All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Owarimonogatari,
episode 8.
So
All
it's
right.
not finished.
It's not finished.
Yeah.
The Sodachi lost stuff seemed to be over, though, so I guess we still have more to go.
Yeah.
In terms of what we kind of expect to see, we kind of already talked about that in the previous discussion here. But given that, something named Owarimonogatari is continuing so much, it feels kind of like what we were talking about before actually we started recording here. Like this is kind of like another Nisei kind of thing, where they're tying a whole bunch of characters' stories into a Owari thematic kind of bit there.
Yeah. And given how the previous bits of Owari have gone,
yes,
that makes me very curious to see how the rest of this goes.
What do we do next?
Yeah, how do you follow up on that act?
Well,
right?
I think you switch focus to some other girls, some other characters. Shinobu, I would say, is definitely one that makes sense. I would say that Senjugahara is another one that makes sense. Who else? Maybe we get into Gain.
Yeah, potentially.
We've got we got a bunch of other characters, but a bunch of them have had like little arcs kind of more recently and stuff as well. So I guess we'll just find out, y'all. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, we're going to be starting the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
Hey.
Shinobu male. Ooh.
Wait.
Oh. The beginning?
Wait. Hold on.
Oh.
Huh.
The predator of delayed postponement.
Oh.
Oh, I knew he was hiding something, yeah. It's a different iteration of this.
Yeah.
Going across all the symbols
all
here.
Different characters, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Gotcha.
All right.
Whoa. Dang. Whoa, that's...
Okay. Oh, crap. No!
Oh,
no!
Dang,
I was worried that no!
Dude.
Am I gonna lose both the characters that I have t-shirts for?
I love this this art stuff for the OP here.
Yeah, usually we get it for the ED, but oh, yes. Yes. I always love the music for the Shinobu OPs.
Okay. Wow. My treasure.
All right.
Shinobu Male Part 1. Kambaru?
Okay. Long time no knee. Hmm.
This is true.
Probably. Need in times of need.
Patella does sound cool, yeah.
Wow.
Ah. No, not yet. Not yet. Ah.
Near hit.
Mm. Proportions.
I mean, probably, but
no, that was earlier. You are quite athletic.
Can I, though? No, he could tell.
We believe you, too.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But it can be taken different ways. Not many. It's the operative word. Oh. Wait.
Is that still there from a long time ago, or is that new? Or...
Wait. I'm gonna wait till the... Oh my god. Freaking Kambaru. Back to the subject.
Yep.
Yes. Just a bit. Just jump some more
things.
chairs, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm. It's the opposite of the Daga Kotowaru, you know? Combining phrases into one. Brilliant.
Oh. Yeah.
Shinobu requested
or the whole thing with Gain.
Sure. with your lack of vampire powers. Protect, not ponder.
Yeah.
And you don't have much volume in that regard, so... Yeah, she's here to help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, please describe this book.
It's the Kama Sutra.
Yeah. It was quite the book, Araragi.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, here we go. Okay. Ah, there it is. Right. Yes. Right. If this theoretical book exists, I could loan you mine. Oh my god. Yeah. Aragi.
Yeah.
Wow. The fact when he hesitates, she's like, that's okay, I won't pry, you know. I mean, most of it is banter, but, you know, yeah. Yes. He's aware, that's why he's... Oh. God. So good. Yes. Like, I want that out of context,
yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Now you're saying back to the subject? Indeed.
All right. Wait. Saying come into the potential vampire?
What? What?
Wait a minute.
This is cool?
This is very cool.
Armor?
And just a bit ominous.
What?
Is this wait. Is this the previous
the feudal Japan?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
No, this is bad.
I mean, she went for the cod piece, which is a good idea, but
yeah.
Oh.
Doubt.
Okay.
She's very studious about the anime fighting rules.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever an enemy seems to die like that,
jump back.
Get that, you know, three paces. Weird friends, but... Oh, yeah?
What? Okay.
Sword?
Oh. I mean, that's not technically part of the armor, but...
No, but it might be apropos. Kamaro doesn't want to admit she's somewhat afraid at the moment.
Uh-huh. Indeed.
All right, after you JoJo pose. I knew you were a bottom, Kambaru. Oh. All right.
Well, you don't need to reassemble it. Looks like it's going to do that all on its own. Make it nice and easy for you. Just go for the groin again.
It learned. Just serious strength, but now it's not really doing much.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Kambaru's losing energy? Whoa.
This feels like vampire powers to me.
Yep, something's sapping her.
Yeah, or affecting her mind. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 Well, of a particular vampire.
Mm-hmm. And now it suddenly moves quickly when it's going after Araragi. I mean, this thing is really cool. So
it is very cool.
What is the connection with Shinobu here in terms of like why is this happening and why is it happening now?
Maybe because of the separation of the two of them.
But what would bring like this specific thing here? Like,
no idea.
Yeah. I could see some definite. Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, you wouldn't run away, so neither is she.
Ha ha ha!
Mrs. Shinobu?
No, I don't think so.
What?
Wait. That's Araragi's voice.
Yeah.
And was she saying like Hanakawa set fire to this school?
Oh.
Because
yeah, that's right.
So is this all the stuff that happened that
during
led to
Tsubasa Tiger?
Tsubasa Tiger that led to Araragi coming back with Shinobu and them having swords?
And all ragged specifically.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Yeah, he's missing the sword.
Okay, yeah, so I don't think... So him and Shinobu haven't split yet.
No. Because this was 2
Yeah,
months prior to that. A late fee.
All right.
Yeah. Too much talking. Let's keep going. Oh, dang.
She's totally drained.
She's sapped, yeah. I'm only human after all.
Yep.
No. This is her trying to motivate him to get us out of here.
Yeah.
That's
there are other things I wish for.
Yeah. Whoa. Wow. All right.
And Araragi will at least heal. Well,
Love the music getting more and more frantic and fast-paced.
Oh! That,
Jeez!
Okay.
What? Freaking Yotsugi.
Wow.
Oh my god. Yay. What a weird intro episode.
Yeah.
Like, I think I spent most of my time just laughing at the dialogue and then realizing that, like, my three different assumptions about where exactly we were and what exactly was going on within that was wrong.
Yeah.
So I was like, wait, hold on. So is that bed Araragi? No. That's where Hanakawa was staying before.
Yes.
Then with the fire and everything, that was where she intended to.
That's where she
burn everything.
Right.
But she was with Senjugahara.
Well, no. But that was when the tiger was going out and doing the thing.
Right. So this is the result of the tiger burning this place down. Right.
But man, and again
Hanakawa.
in classic Monogatari fashion, when you have an arc that's named after a character, let's just have that character be like not present.
No, because the end of this mini arc will have to do with Shinobu for sure.
And okay, one thing that I am really glad about.
Wait, and we're on the train still, but instead it's Shinobu.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay.
But one thing that is important to mention, though, is that because this is before Shinobu time, that means that at the very least Shinobu doesn't, like, die or anything.
No. But now I'm actually confused. Have they split Shinobu and Araragi? No. That hasn't happened yet. But he said she's not here.
Right. I think there was something in Tsubasa Tiger or something or other where they mentioned right. Because Shinobu went to go see Hanakawa that one time and Araragi wasn't there. So this is what Araragi was doing during
Shinobu
that time.
Is in his room right now. Right.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like that. But Right. Oh, okay.
My brain hurts.
My brain hurts, y'all.
So
what is going on? So
we just looked at about 12 different episodes from like different parts and things
to make sure that we were on the right track with this
timeline wise and everything.
So, the important thing is that this is the story in what happens in between the time of the third episode of Nekoshiro and the final episode of Nekoshiro.
Yes. Because
we don't know why Araragi showed up with his sword and just spears the tiger.
Right, because that's right. Because freaking
spears the tiger with the sword. Yeah.
But Mayoi Jiangshi technically happens before Tsubasa Tiger, like right before, not in the middle of Tsubasa Tiger.
Yes.
And there was that thing that was brought up of the connection between me and my master has been severed when Shinobu had the conversation with Hanakawa back then. Which I'm not in. There is one thing that this makes me wonder, though, because I thought that was established in the Yotsugi doll. Now, just because it was brought up in the Yotsugi doll doesn't mean it started in the Yotsugi doll,
way earlier.
And that would make sense that since they would know when the connection is severed, right? So if the connection is severed, it could have happened way before then, right?
And as long before that as we had not seen basically Shinobu for a while.
And let's be real, that would explain a lot of why, since that point, we really didn't see too much of Shinobu. There were a bunch of points where I was like, it would really make sense for Shinobu to show up here. I guess thematically in the story, whatever, she doesn't need to be here, so it makes sense, or it's in the daytime or something. But what's up?
But hey, now things are starting to click in a little bit more. So not only is this something where back then Shinobu was kind of like expecting to find Araragi there,
right?
But then Shinobu's like, well, wait, actually, meeting with the monkey. Why now? Oh, I see he put some thought into this.
Right.
Which means, okay, some of this is him trying to help Shinobu, or in some ways trying to interact in a way that connects to some kind of plan that Shinobu is aware of.
I don't know.
Now, the big thing that also needs to be talked about is this suit of armor with the shadows within it. That very much reminds me of the feudal Japan story we got with a very artistic, kind of expressive medium to talk about Shinobu's backstory.
Right.
And in that, there was a very particular...
She did make another vampire before Araragi, and it did specifically say, my master is not here.
Yeah.
So, cool. There we go. Now, they also, because originally what I thought they were getting at is, this is where we'll deal with the whole situation of Gain's request, wanting to meet, Kanbaru and all that stuff. And it's like,
which
okay, cool.
might have been actually why he brought her into this here.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if there is any kind of grand overarching, like, strategy plan thing or what have you, it does seem like Gain is being a little manipulative mastermind maneuvering pieces around.
Right. Yep.
Because, she can see the future
and the fact that
know all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. And the fact that this is just a coincidence happenstance that it would happen to attack right here. Maybe it's not because, and that's why Gain interfered in such a certain way to orchestrate for this to happen. But the original objective was not to deal with the whole severing from Shinobu situation, which I find interesting, because if this is in the middle of Neko Shiro, then that means that the thing that happened previously would have been Mayoi Jiangshi, which had heavy Shinobu focus. Mm-hmm. So if the bond is severed here, is that something that they both decided or what? Like, because the conflict there seemed to go, well, okay, no, Shinobu did destroy the world in that alternate timeline, and it didn't seem like Araragi blamed her for that or anything, because that was a different version of her. Mm-hmm. But maybe there was something where they basically decided that they would, you know, spend some time apart, essentially. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But we're in a setup where Kambaru and Araragi are together, and they will be pushed in some ways. Mm-hmm. This very much feels like one of those, we spent the night in an abandoned area. Then the DM decided to send a random encounter at us, which is not random at all.
Nope.
It is very much on the DM's, like, D1 list, you know, not in the D100 roll. It's the, okay, now you very much have to focus on this thing, which has the voice of Araragi. Like, I'm telling you, it might not be, but after going back really and listening to it a couple times, it sounds like Araragi. What that means, we'll have to find out.
Also, this explains why Hanakawa burned down the prep school, because it wasn't just because of the association with Araragi, but because Araragi was actively staying there and avoid going to school and stuff like that, which is kind of interesting. And that is,
can we talk about that?
Like that also that would definitely explain why he had Kanbaru go there, right? Because he's not staying at home,
living there,
right? Because he's living there, and I'm sure his parents and, you know, sisters are very worried, right? Potentially even Shinobu, because Shinobu was looking for him at his room that one time.
That's when she basically then encountered Hanakawa in her cat form, but then gets jumped over to the school to find that it's burned down.
Right.
Oh my god, things are all connecting, but it's starting to make me even more confused. Oh my god. But this is the part that's weird. Araragi staying there because it's summer break and he has nothing to do? Is he really that lonely? Like, is he really that, like...
Well, and that's perpetuating his loneliness. Like...
But, like he's dating Senju Gahara.
Yeah, exactly. So what's up?
What is going on here?
Now, maybe this is something... that's really weird, especially given that this is right before he essentially shoots down Hanakawa, right?
Right.
Like, that's odd. That's odd. Like,
and the fact that this is something that he specifically wanted to avoid bringing up, and Ogi's like, no, I am the enemy of postponing things and and lies. So this is something that is willfully ignored, meaning that in some ways Araragi either got into some aspect of a funk because of being separated from Shinobu, or some other impetus. Ends up spending a lot of time in a low, lonely place.
Right.
Because of that, stuff happens that makes him want to not look back on this. Now, it might be something that's tied directly to Shinobu, and only Shinobu, because there is a possibility that it becomes a more permanent separation.
Well,
after this, or that is even more devastating.
Because there was also something in when we saw Shinobu in Shinobu time. There was an element of her that was wanting to sort of make sure that her relationship with Araragi was secure when Hachikuji and Yotsugi came around, and she sort of had to like say, "No, I'm the boss around here. I'm the head lolly," you know. and so just looking at the literal things that are set up here, right? This very much seems to be something that Araragi is putting a face on, like when he's talking about, oh yeah, it's summer break, so I'm, you know, sleeping in till whenever and all that stuff. That seems like a positive spin on depression, right? Two, he's going back to the same physical place when he was at the lowest moment of his life.
And when, you know, he spent time with Shinobu in that place there. I wanted to bring up something that also just seemed a little bit odd here. There's a little moment in the episode that made me go, okay. Remember the part where he's looking for an exit for the fire and stuff like that? And he looks up at the hole in the ceiling and the hole in the floor. Well, he looks into the hole in the floor, and, you know, Kanbaru made the moment of aid. There was a bed down there on a table. Did you set that up? Now, I believe that's Hanakawa's bed and stuff like that. Right. But what I found to be really weird was when he looked down there were 2 places that almost looked like they could have been beds. Now, I'm not sure if that's just desks and it's, you know, nothing. But, maybe he set up here as well. Well, and he set up like close to Hanakawa for some reason. Or he slept in her bed as well.
I don't know.
When she wasn't there.
Well, okay, so in this situation here, right?
But wouldn't they have bumped into each other?
Yeah, wouldn't they have bumped into each other? And this was something
that's another story we need to get into now.
Right. But also, this is something that seemed to be set up where he was staying here for a while. This wasn't his first night.
Right. This was definitely not his first night. No.
Hanakawa stayed there for like a few days, I think.
Yes.
And then Senjigahara got worried, found Hanakawa,
came there,
and said, "Hey, stay with me."
Right.
If Araragi was hanging out there, how did this all work out? The fact that Senjigahara, it would seem unlikely that Senjigahara wouldn't know that Araragi was also there.
Unless Araragi didn't tell
her. Or maybe more specifically, it's something that neither of them would want to talk about in the company of other people.
Oh, sure. Because it's just a secret they both just agreed to be like, yeah.
Like, we're both it's not, you know, other people's business or something like that. But then at the same time, why did Hanakawa start staying there if Araragi was also staying there? You know? And one of the things that was brought up, and I feel like I'm going into rabbit hole territory, but
I think it's tough because we kind of are, but keep going.
But there's not a lot of things that I'm being able to have fit together from this. It's still a process, you know, and thankfully this seems to be, you know, a longer section, so we'll get plenty of time for that to happen.
Right.
But Hanakawa was mentioning that Araragi specifically was a big source of her stress now, right? She dealt with the stress of her family and burned down that place, right? And then it was, you know, he was the other source of her stress. She burned down the school as a representation of him. And then there was the fear that eventually she would burn down his home, right?
Okay.
If Araragi was already there and she was there, would there be a reason why it was here specifically, like other than just the fact that he was there, but was there something about the fact that he was here that upped her stress even more?
Yeah, I think the big thing we have to kind of we have to maybe think about is the amount of time that they actually talk about whether or not he didn't go home, he didn't go to school, he was hiding in one of the classes in the decrepit cram school.
Yeah.
Had that Oshinomeme had used to sleep in as though he had all the time in the world.
Right.
Oh, okay. So this is probably the part where English-wise, and as far as reading the subtitles, which I'm sure are pretty good, we need to make sure that we're getting the right information here. He, Araragi, was hiding in one of the classrooms in the decrepit cram school that the specialist Oshinomeme had used.
To sleep in as though he had all the time in the world. Is that Oshinomeme that was sleeping in as though he had all the time in the world, or was that Araragi?
That's the part that's a little bit tricky.
If we go back further, I think that might clear things up with because it was saying, yeah. And also, this is Araragi talking about himself in the third person here. That's a little bit interesting.
Yeah, especially given that Ogi kind of enforced this little bit of narration.
Right.
Like, think about it this way. Araragi is thinking about all the people, you know?
Yep. And Ogi's like, hold on now.
Yeah. What is also a thing here is that this is in his room.
Oh, sure.
But in some ways it's kind of like, no. I'm in charge now.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, and when Ogi took the black piece of paper and bunched it up, it almost looked like it could have potentially been the darkness. Oh, wait, no.
I think it is.
No, or it's the armor.
It's the armor, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. And then it goes from there into the sword. So, you know, Kishari Sorora and Heart on the Blade, you know. And then this story will take a while, I said. That's not an issue. And then, okay, I have to do this. And for the first time, about half a year, arguing comedy vampires. Yeah. This is all stuff. His story begins, story ends. Another like one had been tested in vain. Go into the OP.
Yeah, like this feels like something where Araragi is cutting himself off again from other people, right? Which is something that was that element has been brought up a lot recently in the flow of the episodes, even if not recently within the context chronologically, yeah. Which makes sense because that's how these things would happen, right? It would be over and over, and eventually it would build up to something,
right? But in terms of order, a lot of the times when they go into things with regards to Araragi's struggles, is that the last and most important one that they address in the order of the episodes in which we're watching them is actually one of the first chronologically,
right? And that's one of the things that sort of informed a lot of decisions that happened later. And given that this is something that's traumatic enough, at least for Araragi, that he doesn't want to think about it or, go there at all, Ogi has to kind of kick down the door for him, right? And be like, nope, we're doing this.
Yeah. Speaking of kind of kicking down the door, just a little thing. The way Kanbaro just comes in, knees him in the face, and kind of wakes him up almost, it feels like.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing of being like, hey, high energy here.
Yep.
How'd you like a jolt to the face? I mean, you're just going to regenerate it anyway, but now you're awake, right? And you're attentive.
Yeah. Yep.
And she's constantly bantering and bickering with him. I always assume in some ways the characters in the show are doing things for reasons that are so much smarter than the initial kind of banter relates them, portrays them to be, so that if Kanbaru comes in there and sees a friend potentially, like it took her a while to build up to the point that she saw the bed in there where she's like, maybe he's not doing okay. But the obvious thing is that you wanted to sleep with me, right? But she didn't say that was the only reason. She said there are a few specific reasons. One of the ones that I think would be very obvious for someone like Kanbaru would be like, you may not be doing so well. So I'm going to joke with you and have some fun.
I'm going to knee you in the face.
Yeah.
Well, and also one of the things that I thought was kind of interesting here is how much Kanbaru stuck to her joke.
Oh yeah, she would not.
Yeah, my virginity and all that stuff, right? It's like it was something where, yeah, I don't believe in emotional attachment.
Whoa, actually, maybe she's way smarter than that. She's actually mocking the idea of something that he might be dealing with, and being so that he can easily tear down.
It's so much better without it. Yeah.
And he's like, what the heck?
Right. And so, but that's the kind of thing that I would think Kanbaru would do if she's like, this is a real piece of work here, and I can't just do banter, right? I have to do it like a pile driver, like a pickaxe hitting the same place over and over again.
Object.
Just to really nail this, because I need to get him out of wherever he's been at, because that doesn't look good.
Yeah. And she doesn't know anything about well, actually no, she does, because she goes
Shinobu?
No, Hanakawa, because when the fire then goes up, doesn't she say, doesn't she? Yeah, she says Hanakawa senpai.
Oh, yeah. Right. Probably because I think at this point they had already heard about the parents' home being burned down.
Yeah. Right. And then she goes, did I step on... It appears that I've been met with serious interference. Did I step on the tiger's tail? Oh, wait, no. This is not Araragi, but the Araragi voice coming from the armor. Right.
Okay, if we go with the Araragi voice side of things, that actually could bring up a lot of stuff. All right, so Araragi physically is in the place where he was in Kizu, right? His darkest days, right? So he's going back there physically. The armor comes up, but there's nothing in the armor, right? It's just darkness and whatnot, right?
Okay.
That seems like the kind of thing where it might be the embodiment of his vampire powers making themselves manifest, which could cause the...
Looking for his master.
Well, yeah, lking for his master, right?
But instead it's...
Right,
Shinobu.
But basically because there could be something about it where he has made some connection with himself to the previous vampire that Shinobu made or whatever that causes it to take on this form.
That just feels like time travel.
Well, okay, maybe, but that it's something where because ideally, right? Okay, if we could have it be actually Shinobu's old vampire creation, right? I forget the term that they would use for it in Kizu, but
spawn or something.
Yeah, it almost. Yeah. I was thinking that too, but it doesn't. It seems to. Right. Yeah. But we don't know that character. We don't have a reason other than the connection to Shinobu of why that character is important, other than thematically, because they immediately went to suicide, which is where Araragi was at in Kizu, right? So it's a similar situation thematically, but it's a different person. So how would Araragi have a connection to that person other than through the connection that they share, right?
Unless this is a much simpler explanation, which that it is something tied to Araragi, and it's just manifesting itself because it's an aberration.
Yep. And if he's going back to that...
Because then it's just a Shinobu thing. Because the only other variable that's connected to this armor kind of aberration thing is Shinobu. So it's just some representation of their connection together. And we just have to know the literal definition as to what it is, which we'll find out over the course of the episodes.
Right. And it could actually be from the other servant minion vampire. But
now this is what is a samurai without his sword? I have to collect my treasure demon sword Heartspan, which is the other sword. Remember, there were two swords. Right?
Two swords that the original guy had, right? And one he gave to Shinobu, which is Heartspan. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so this is that one. Yes, this is the one that you lent. It's been 400 years since I lent it to her, so there's a very obvious connection there. Tell her to prepare for a late fee. Ha ha ha, jokes. Ha ha ha.
Right, yeah, no, so this probably is the actual vampire person, because otherwise why would it say all that specific stuff? But this is interesting. And we still don't, and this is the thing that's weird. We got new information about the separation between Araragi and Shinobu, and yet we still don't know what it actually was. Because if it wasn't something that just happened eventually, right? Like we were led to believe in the Yotsugi arc, and it's specifically right after Mayoi Junshi and all the stuff that happened with Shinobu at that time, maybe that is the trigger, but we still didn't see the actual point where Araragi realized that the split happened, and they actually parted ways.
And then Yotsugi shows up.
Yeah.
So Yotsugi showing up here means that Gain ordered Yotsugi to come here, probably.
Right, because I don't think Yotsugi really cares much.
Well, I think in some ways we can just kind of substitute Yotsuru for Gain or Gain for Yotsuru as far as will goes.
Okay.
They seem to constantly be in alignment with regards to, like, things in the story.
Yeah, or at least not too different, like...
Right. We haven't actually seen them, I think, together, actually.
Yeah, we haven't seen Yotsuru since the Yotsugi arc, but other than that, I think since, like, Nisei. Like, I think those were the only two times we saw her. I could be wrong, but...
But the fact that Yotsugi is here alone, and specifically then being like, I'm my dynamite firefighting. All right, cool. It seems like one of those things of, hold on, Araragi. You're crucial. Can't have you die. I'm killing you if anyone's killing you.
Right.
And that's kind of one of those things of Araragi and Kizu tried to burn himself. You know?
Oh yeah. Well, and just they were about to jump out a window,
Yeah.
And also in Mayoi Junshi, it was focusing on what Shinobu would do if Araragi wasn't around anymore, right? Because she left for a while, and then if Araragi had died that night, then Shinobu goes on this crazy rampage, right? If Araragi is feeling in this place where he is self-destructive and all that stuff, because this is, like, as far as where we've been handling most of the arcs, this is a lot earlier than...
a lot of the recent ones.
Now, granted, we had a lot of flashback stuff in the whole deal with, or the earlier parts of Owari, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But other than that, we haven't seen this early stage of an Araragi in a long time.
In a very long time.
A very long time. So it's possible that at this stage he's still dealing with a lot of that stuff. And then there's the added pressure of, but if you do that, I'm going to destroy the world. Like that, I could see that potentially causing issues, even though Araragi wouldn't necessarily judge Shinobu for it. that happened in an alternate timeline, you know, but it would complicate things. So
there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. I think in some ways they're kind of giving us a little bit of a breather by having the Kambaru banter with Araragi to be like, okay, things are going to get complicated, so we're not going to give you too many variables up at front because you're already going to get a lot of them just by the nature of the order in the chronological timeline this story places it. So, oh boy. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. This was probably one of the weirdest discussions we've had thus far in Monogatari and all that. But if you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there, and any level of support gets you access to our Discord, where you can chat with us and the community there about this show, about anime in general, and you can also talk with Jacob about the sci-fi novel that he wrote.
Yep, I wrote a sci-fi novel. It's called Battle Lines. It's really awesome, and it's on Amazon for purchase. Link in the description down below.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.